So we got some cool stairs coming up. It's actually a little bit cold. I've been keeping my gloves on, and I'm almost thinking about putting my mask on just to keep the cold breeze off my nose and lips and face and such. But definitely a beautiful, crisp afternoon or late morning to be out in the woods, getting some exercise on, hearing those birds chirping, and it's nice. The parking lot was super packed and crazy, but there's not really anybody on this trail right now. That makes it kind of nice. A little less awkward to be filming with a selfie stick, walking through the woods. But I guess it is 2020, so anything goes, I guess, nowadays. So I don't know if that's good that I'm breathing hard right now. I am just getting over COVID. I am 2 weeks and 3 or 4 days. So I guess going on almost 3 weeks now. And man, that was rough. I'll talk more about that later, but it was good to get my lungs back going, get my body moving after sitting around watching YouTube for two weeks straight. Makes you want to just go crazy. But you got to quarantine, keep yourself safe, keep others safe. But around the woods, this place is awesome. For a place that's only, I think, 5 miles, 10 minutes from my house, this place is pretty awesome. It's very well maintained, and it does get a lot of traffic, but it's a pretty good sized property, so everybody's spread out. You don't feel like you're hiking with other people and such, but really nice out today, nice and crisp. You guys know that crisp feeling I'm talking about, where you feel it in your lungs and your nose, that cold air. It's nice. So I was thinking about, extreme hikes and nature trails and walking through a city park. That's what I like about hiking, is you're just out there, man, and you're doing it. And it can be, extreme Appalachian Trail. It can be hiking through a city park. When you're outside, nature, man, it's just something about it. So that's what I like most about hiking. It's, for the most part, low impact. I used to play a lot of basketball or snowboarding, running, things like that. And that's high impact stuff on my knees. And the older I get, the more I realize that my knees aren't forgiving as they used to be. So just being able to get out in nature. And again, if you're out in nature, you're doing it. So good job. Just go. Doesn't matter if you have the best gear. Doesn't matter if you have, the right boots that you really want to get, or jacket or backpack. Just get your stuff and go. I mean, you can put on some Nike running shoes and some jeans or whatever. Throw on a sweatshirt and, maybe a rain type jacket, and just get yourself out there. Get motivated by doing. There's never a perfect time to be, okay, I'm now motivated to do it. No, you just kind of have to do it. And that action of doing starts to create motivation. And once that motivation's there, man, it's hard to get rid of it. So it's just kind of a food for thought as I'm out here on this not extreme hike at all. Definitely like a nature trail. But I'm out in the woods. There's nobody around. Man, God is good. Life is good. So I'm real happy right now just to be outside. And I'm glad you guys could tag along, see what kind of adventures we'll get. I'm excited to cook some food. I'm hungry, although I'm always hungry. I've been quarantined for 2 weeks, and believe it or not, with COVID, I lost weight, which is nice because you're not always that hungry to want to eat and just eat and eat and eat. So that's kind of a nice thing. I definitely hydrated a lot, drink so much water, and what do I drink? Zip Fizz. That's my jam. That Zip Fizz. Get that pack at Costco. Love that stuff. It's got just a little bit of caffeine in it, a little energy, lots of vitamins, minerals, stuff that's good for you, and it tastes really good. I'm not sponsored by Zip Fizz, but I just like the stuff. So I definitely heard some kind of big game out there, a deer. I don't know if you guys heard that crashing out in the woods, but that was a pretty significant crash. And we got some people coming up on the trail. They're gonna think I'm crazy. All right, we'll come back at you guys soon. So I'm starting to warm up a little bit. So I think I'm gonna do a quick heat dump. Last thing you wanna do is be out on the trail, 40 degrees out, and start sweating. And you get to your destination and you're wet, and then you stop to cook a meal or drink some water, and you start cooling down, and then you get cold. So I think the key is to constantly be monitoring your temperature so you're staying warm but not hot. And it's a nice thing about a nice Gore-Tex shell is you can do a quick heat dump and then zip back up, you know? So it definitely is what it's called, a heat dump. Dump that heat real quick like. And you know, got pit zips and such to help that as well. All right, check this place out. So we made it here to the Bat Sanctuary. Kind of give you the lay of the land. So we got a nice shelter back here. There's a whole bunch of literature and stuff that we can go read. I think we got a couple bathrooms there. And we're gonna walk out here. So we got beach here. So we got a little bit of high tide, which is pretty cool. And right out there is that old trellis, right there somewhere. You'll see it. And that's where all the bats are, and they hang out there. So let's go check that out and see if we can find any bats flying around. You know, middle of the day, they're not going to be out. You know, you get that, but still wicked cool out here. And surprisingly, I've only passed a couple people. That parking lot was so full of people. There's like 2 spots left to park, and I haven't really seen anybody out here, which is pretty awesome. All right, so we've got yeah, there's some people over there. They got all these cool boats, and here, let's check this all right, so we're here at the beach, and man, I am happy. This is so relaxing. We've got the water kind of breaking right over here. Down here with all the rocks and the barnacles and the shells and all this cool stuff. Man, this is just awesome. And you gotta love Puget Sound. Amazing. So we're near Olympia area. So this is kind of as Puget Sound comes down, we're kind of at the bottom of where Puget Sound is down here near Olympia, and then you go up to Tacoma and then Seattle and such. But man, this is just awesome. So that's the Bat Sanctuary. So all these bats supposedly live up underneath there and they do their bat thing, whatever that is. But yeah, usually you don't see them, but during the day, obviously it's a bat, nocturnal kind of thing, but still pretty cool. Pretty cool. We'll go read up about it here in a little bit. I just wanted to come down here to the beach, check this place out, and all kinds of stuff, like these cool, cool shells and rocks and barnacles and leaves and nature. I bet we could find some crabs, those little crabs. Let's see what we can find. So we got these cool old boats, and they're kind of artwork. It's not a real boat, I get that, but really cool. Some cool artifacts. So a bunch of Native American artifact type things and boats, and really cool. That's one reason I love this place here, Woodard Bay. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's go check out these signs here and see what this says. And then we'll go back to that sign, and then we'll cruise over there, find a place to cook up some food. Haven for harbor seals. So we'll just kind of pan right here. You can screenshot that and read it later. Stay 300. Now that's some social distancing, huh? 300 feet from that, 300 feet. Yeah, makes sense. It's harbor seals. I was hoping we'd see one. Cool. I think the sun's coming out over there. Nursery for bats. Oh yeah. For nearly 60 years, the railroad pier in front of you was a busy transfer point for logs bound from mills 90 miles to the north. Today, it's a spring and summer nursery for several thousand mother bats and their newborn pups. Female bats gather in colonies to give birth and raise their young. Some of the bats will die in the colony, and the pier is disturbed, if the pier is disturbed. All right, I think I found my lunch spot. I'm gonna set up camp, lunch camp right here. Not sure why I did that, but you get it. Lunch camp right here. Get some food cooking and drink some water. Enjoy the birds, man. The birds here are just crazy awesome. So many birds. All kinds of cool sounds out there. So I'm gonna set up, do some cooking, and we'll come back to you. Oh, there we go. All right, so it is time to eat. So we're going with Mountain House breakfast skillet, hash browns and scrambled eggs mixed with pork sausage, patty, peppers and onions. 13 grams protein, 2 servings. Just heated up some water. That's what the water we got left, so we might need to find a stream and fill up and filter some water. But so I'm gonna start digging in. I waited, it says wait 8 or 9 minutes. I usually wait a little bit longer because it's boiling hot usually. So I'll let you know how it goes, and we'll got the golden spork ready to go. So enjoy some breakfast with me. Sun came out. It is wicked beautiful out today. Man, this is just doesn't get any better, man. Doesn't get any better. My family's allergic to eggs, so getting some trail eggs, good. We don't get a lot of eggs in our house, so that's really awesome. So good. You got a favorite one of these? I really like the biscuits and gravy. I love biscuits and gravy any way I can get it, but this Mountain House stuff's pretty good. I definitely want to keep trying some different brands. I know there's a lot of different things out there. Do you have a favorite? Feel free to comment on what your favorite freeze-dried goodies are. That's not on my face. It's so nice. So, just got done eating. I'm about ready to start packing up. I feel pretty awesome, as you always do, having a really warm meal when it's cold outside. I keep doing the sniffle thing with my nose. Sorry about that. But it's 40 degrees out. So, but it's nice to be able to just sit and relax for a little bit, enjoy the sunshine, the water, the birds, nature. So I'm sitting on one of these little tripod, I guess I'd call it a stool, tripod stool from REI. I don't know, it's pretty cheap, 20 bucks, probably getting on sale. REI, folds down, pretty light. Definitely not a super light. I'm not a super light hiker camper guy. I just get gear that I like and use it, and then get some more gear, and kind of like the gear stuff. But in my 20s, I would always just sit on a stump, and then you get in your 30s and you're like, you know what? I think I want some more luxury stuff. Some nicer padded stuff, and a little stool like this is kind of nice because you can set it up in mud and gunk, and yeah, there's stumps all over here, and I could sit on. That's no problem. But it's just up off the ground. I feel good. I'm 6'4", so I don't have the best knees from sports and such. So having something to sit on and just makes all the difference in the world. I've seen some guys use sheets of plastic or little foam pads. I like the little foam pad idea because you kind of stuff it into your backpack along the back. I think that's a cool thing. When you want to sit on a wet log or stump or something. But I don't always take this stool because it's not the lightest thing, and it doesn't always fit on my day pack. Now, if I have my huge 80 liter pack, no problem throwing stuff in there. But I don't know. What do you guys use? You like a little stool? You like sitting on a log, sit on the ground? I don't know. Do you think that as you've gotten older, it's changed? For me, it for surely has. And that's okay. It's cool to adapt and try new things and change. You think you're like, oh, this is the way I am. And then you get out there and you see somebody else doing something. And you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll give that a try. And I think that's that's kind of what getting older is about, learning and growing and adapting and being open to change. You're not always have to be the same that you were in the past. You can change. Anyways, just thought, I was thinking about that with this little stool here. I'm blessed to have it, and I'm having fun, man. That food's getting in my belly and starting to give me a little bit of energy. I think it's almost coffee time. So anyways, we'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna pack up, explore a little bit over here, and then we'll kind of start heading back towards the car. So we're back on the trail, headed back towards the car. Feeling good. It's been a pretty awesome day. Feeling blessed, and thanks for coming out with me today and supporting the channel. We appreciate it. Feel free to like and subscribe. I will bring you awesome content, cool places, adventures, and we'll do it together. So it's going to be fun. So thanks for hanging out today, and we'll see you soon. Later.